Brilliance Audio presents Dragon Revealed, a Dragon King's novella, by Donna Grant, narrated by Antony Ferguson. The ringing in her ears drowned out everything. Gradually it faded and her harsh breaths replaced it. Sweat dripped into her eyes, stinging them, but she didn't take her gaze off him. Her nightmare, the monster who had haunted her for years, lay unmoving before her. With legs still shaking from the monumental effort it had taken to capture him and pull him through the portal, Jeyra straightened to stand over him. For years she had feared everything to do with dragons, and especially the Dragon Kings. She knew firsthand how formidable they were, how merciless and cruel, how lethal. Yet the Dragon King sprawled unconscious at her feet didn't make her tremble with fear. He looked harmless. But that was just one of the many ways they conquered. Jeyra drew in a deep, satisfying breath. Everything she had trained for, worked for all these decades, had led to this moment. There had been a point she hadn't been sure she would succeed, but she had done it. Now that she had the Dragon King, the ordeal felt surreal. The exhaustion of her body, mind, and soul, however, told her it was all very real. She bent at the waist and clasped the heavy manacles around his wrists, noting the fine fabric of his clothes. His attire was much different from hers, but she could still discern that they were of good quality. The white shirt had long sleeves that molded to his upper body as if a second skin. His pants were made of a thick dark blue material. Both were in excellent condition, the fabric soft. Even the leather boots, which appeared to be well worn, were in amazing condition and quality. Her eyes lifted to his face. He was stunning, with a visage that would cause anyone to stop and gape in awe at him. Handsome didn't begin to describe the startling beauty mixed with the raw male ruggedness. It made her sick to her stomach that someone so gorgeous could have such a black soul. A lock of his blonde hair had fallen across his forehead and lifted in the soft breeze. She swallowed as she recalled the moment his brown eyes had met hers. She had seen a million different colors in his eyes. The word brown didn't begin to define them. They were unique, sporting a mix of light and dark, of leaves in autumn and summer soil after a torrential rain, fathomless, mysterious, beguiling. Jeyra looked away from the Dragon King's exquisite face, but it wasn't long before she was staring at him again. She wanted to know what kind of monsters the kings were to cause such chaos and death without so much as a blip in their conscience. "Bloody hell! You did it!" She jumped at the sound of Rankin's deep, gravelly voice, half in surprise, half in guilt at having been caught staring at her prisoner. Jeyra straightened once more and faced the man who had raised her. Rankin was a tall, broad-shouldered, gruff and loud man, but he had a tender side that he only showed her. He'd never married or had children of his own. He wasn't much to look at, even without the scars of war on his face and body, but he was one of their best warriors. That in itself earned him the respect the others of their village showed him. He wore various shades of brown and tan to better blend in with the thick forest they called home, and carried a double-bladed war-axe that Jeyra still had trouble lifting. His pale brown hair, liberally laced with grey, was half pulled away from his face, the rest hanging free to just past his shoulders. Before Jeyra could reply, Rankin enveloped her in his thick arms and squeezed so tight she couldn't breathe. His dark brown beard, nearly down to his chest now, tickling her face. He released her almost instantly, and leaned back as he held her arms in his hands, smiling brightly down at her with his grey eyes. "I've always known you could do this," he said, blinking rapidly. "I knew this was something you had to do, but I'm proud of you, girl." She beamed under his approval. I couldn't have done it without the training you've given me.